Women have a shelf life.
But women are made to just have babies.
It was always this conditioning that the younger you are, the easier it is to have children.
How do I get naked in front of someone?
Just the idea that a lot of things are going to change hormonally, for me, scare me.
I feel so old now that I'm dating in my 50s. I am literally dead meat.
When we're desirable, when we're young, when we have our childbearing years, then you have so much attention.
The moment you stop being a reproductive body, a sexual being, that can end multiple relationships. It's a lot of pressure to look a certain way or to come across as attractive. I feel so old now that I'm dating in my 50s. I am literally dead meat.
Really?
Yeah.
But what is it like dating in your 50s?
It's horrible. It's horrible. You don't find anyone. You don't get along with anyone. Like, you have a lot of young people who are attracted to you, both men, women, trans. They're attracted to you because you're this sort of person who knows it all, and they really want to be with you, not just hang out with you, but also have sex with you. But they're so young. They objectify you, and it's you are not getting the same level of understanding and awareness that you expect to have in a relationship, or at least I expect. And there are, of course, less people your age, and all the people your age look like they are 99.
Do you feel like people at your age, actually this is a twofold question. Do you feel like people at your age that are attracted to you or that you would find attractive?
Nobody's attracted to me.
But you just said that people are attracted to you.
They're very young. Like, like, then you do that kind of role play, the mother-child. I don't want to.
What do you what are the things in a relationship in your 50s that you want from a partner today? What is it that you want from a partner?
I want to go grocery shopping.
And?
That's all. I want to hang out like at home and go to sleep early, not go party. I want to have intimacy that it's not so wild. I mean, it's internally wild, but not externally wild. Mm-hmm. I want to learn. And of course, there are things that I can learn from young people as well. But I just hang out with people your age. It's pretty cool. But I don't find.
You don't find that many people?
No.
Is it? What are the kind of people that you find on dating apps? Like in your age group, like
zombies.
Yeah.
There are so many reels about it. Dating apps, zombies. No, I mean, dating apps are not. People are they're not on dating apps. Like, there's nobody there.
Oh.
They're all dead. Sorry.
Aili is very tired.
No, they're dead. There's nobody. It's the end. And there are no events as well for people our age. But all the events above 50, there is a lot of amazing women if you go to heterosexual events, but the men are not so amazing.
Do you feel like when men are looking for dating at your age, they're looking for a specific kind of relationship versus the kind that you're looking for?
There is definitely, the problem with me particularly is I have Gen Z brain and 50-year-old body.
Mm.
And
but you are younger than me brain-wise for sure. Yeah. I'm way older than you. My
cultural values are very Gen Z, but my body is not.
Right.
It's boomer.
Do you feel objectified? Because you're this beautiful woman in your 50s who's like so well kept.
Thank you.
No, but seriously, I think you pay so much attention to how you like to dress, and it's for you, it's for your own self, that confidence that you walk into a room with? Do you feel sometimes that confidence or that knowing of your own self gets in some way objectified?
I don't see. I think what really bothers me from that point is the fact that people keep on mentioning, "Oh, you don't look at your age," as if like your age is like this end of life stage. Like it's okay to look your age.
Yeah.
Especially for women, it's a problem to look old or to have wrinkles or to have sagging breasts or sagging everything, which is what happens to bodies unless you go through plastic surgery. But I'm too scared also. And it's a lot of pressure, like maintaining yourself to look a certain way or to come across as attractive. It's a lot of pressure. For a lot of us, all women. I mean, all the women as well as I'm sure you have that pressure. all the time.
That pressure is like universal.
Yeah.
And especially to women, because we have this. There is this sort of like cultural construct around how women, when they age or when they are growing older, they need to start taking care of themselves a lot more because of these exact same things. But at the same time, even younger women are constantly told there's so much body dysmorphia, there's so much internal conflict on what looks right, what doesn't look right, what are you putting out into the world, how your own body is supporting you throughout. So I think that's very universal. But I definitely, as I am growing older, realize how much there is struggle against my own body for the way that I think. Like, I'll give you an example. I feel constantly that there is so much that I wish I had done or I need to do more by this certain age. Because I used to, when I was younger, I had this thing of like, when I'm 27, I'll get married. When I'm 30, I'll have my first child. When I'm 32, I'll have my second child. Why? Because it was always this conditioning that the younger you are, the easier it is to have children. You should get settled by a certain age in your life, because then when you grow older, you want to be able to do certain kinds of things. So just preempting what is there in the future for me, I had this like full list of things that I wanted to get done, like almost like a to-do box, only to realize that when you're actually living your life, it's very hard to live by these sort of timelines that you have set for your own self. And like today, I feel like I am at a really good point in my career and I want to work much harder. I want to build my business. I want to work a lot more, see a lot more of the world, and then eventually, talk about having children and so on and so forth.
Have you frozen your eggs?
No.
It's time now. You're late.
A lot of people might say that. I have considered freezing my eggs, but I feel like I don't need to yet.
I think you should.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's time now.
Okay. I feel on the contrary, I don't know why I have had this thought process, because I feel that I want my pregnancy and my child I want to try and have a natural birth, give birth naturally.
Oh, is that also a construct then?
Maybe it is, but it's just something in my head where I feel like
the same thing as at 27 you have to be this or this thing.
No, I just feel like if it is meant to happen for me, or if I want it to happen for me, I don't want it to have this huge financial, medical intervention with regards to it. Like, I'm comfortable with the idea of if it is meant to happen, when it is meant to happen, it will happen. Like, I'm not obsessed about wanting to have children.
Not
also.
yet, no. You haven't crossed that age.
Not yet.
Yeah. So I have like a lot of women clients who, obviously they start panicking when they are 27. So I have clients who are like 26 to 28 is the biggest panic. I have to get married. I have to be in a relationship. And then in the next, like, it has to happen. So where do I find a partner, like, right now? How do I make sure that they don't leave me? How do I make sure that they don't cheat on me when I'm pregnant? Because that's what happens most of the time. Ta-da! No, it doesn't happen to everyone.
That is because women are a commodity to a lot of people. We don't like to say it like that. It sounds really wrong when you say it. It's a very touchy topic for a lot of people. But if this is going to in any way make you feel uncomfortable, then get well soon.
But women are made to just have babies.
But I don't think so.
Yeah,
and I think
ovens. Baking babies. That's it. That's your role.
How are you saying this? You don't.
Because I don't have eggs anymore. You know how you threw your eggs on the fire? My eggs are gone.
Did you throw all your eggs on someone's
They
car?
just fell like one by one. They fell across the years.
Wow, that sounds so wrong. But okay, so see, I've forgotten my trail of thought thanks to you.
Okay, we are a commodity.
I think
Women are a commodity.
you know, we are really not. But a lot of people do treat us like that without even realizing that
I
they are
think we
doing
treat
that.
ourselves.
I think a lot of times women treat women like commodities, like whether they're treating their own selves like commodities or they're treating like other women like commodities, because most of the times you'll hear this bachche kar lo conversation, or like, oh, your periods have started, now you must start to behave like a lady. Or when you're menopausing, the other conversation ends up becoming ki, oh, your time is done, now the hot flashes will start, oh, now she's going to have her emotional breakdowns, and oh, now she's going to have X, Y, and Z.
Kilos of lube in your cupboard.
Kilos of lube in your cupboard. Yeah, like all of these kinds of things are so related to the idea of how women age. And I feel like while there is an expiry date on every human being, which is that you are manufactured and then you will expire.
The expiry date is zombie on the dating app.
Zombie on the dating app and then expiry entirely. But I feel like the best before becomes very different for men and for women. I feel like people that are socialized as women or people that are socialized as men have extremely different experiences of when they're considered to be best before in society, culturally. Biology is a whole other conversation and we'll get to that in a minute. But culturally, women are objectified from the time that they hit puberty. Girls become objectified.
Even before that, by the way.
And even before that. There is a very interesting point that you put there, because I realized this with extended family relatives. They have a daughter who's constantly told by her grandparents, by her uncles, aunts, of how she should sit. And she's only 6.
Oh, but my grandmother used to tell me also how to sit, because I used to sit like legs wide open like this.
Yeah.
We just still do. And then I was like 7. I remember her telling me that girls don't sit like that. Girls sit with one leg crossed over the other.
But
that's
why?
You don't want to show your coochie.
Yeah, because you don't want the world to see your coochie. And who is sexualizing women at that point? It is these people that, like, you're sexualizing this child into something that they've not even thought of or experienced in their life, right? Whether it's also very interestingly school uniforms and how school uniforms change when you reach certain age groups in girls' schools is very funny to see. They start you off with a frock, then they'll give you a skirt, then they'll give you salwar kameez. And you're just like, what made me grow up into a 16-year-old that suddenly made my 15-year-old okay to wear a skirt and my 16-year-old needs to wear a salwar kameez? Like, How has that changed?
Yeah, what happened in Italy, for example, where I grew up, so they had some kind of uniform, but under the uniform you could wear whatever you want. And I was again like very young, like 6, 7, 8, 9. And initially I used to wear a skirt because I thought like, okay, it's pretty, whatever, my aesthetic of what pretty was back then. And then the boys started lifting the skirt. And for years, I was like wearing pants. I started wearing pants under my thing because it either happens through like protection, you protect yourself, or the system protects you. But point is that you need to protect yourself from
being sexualized. Right? Wow. And then when you grow up slightly and you hit puberty, by the way, people have started hitting puberty much earlier than they used to. There is so much data around how girls are hitting puberty much younger than they were and they start menstruating as early as 8, 9, 10 years old. And I mean, I started at 12 and a half. When did you start?
Yeah, same 12.
Yeah. So I don't know why I feel like sometimes, maybe this is anecdotal, but I also feel like there is so much data around the fact that puberty or sort of reproductive age, the beginning, thanks to Epstein, reproductive age has become younger. But the world that we live in today, society that we live in today, culturally, we actually want to delay reproduction a lot more. And then you're also at a loss for how much time you have left if you've delayed, because menopause is also happening sooner. People are experiencing so much, there are so many people that talk about perimenopause and menopause and how it's so much more difficult to have children. Having said that, I think the fact that a woman's biology entirely governs the way that the world perceives the woman's existence is, it almost angers me.
It's sad.
Yeah, it really is. It really is not fun to constantly be reminded of your biology. And to what end? Because if it is not about biology, then why would you constantly create this construct around it? Like, even culturally, the fact that we don't want to acknowledge a woman for being a woman if biology does not support her in certain ways can also be extremely sad. I have so many people in my own family that have had hysterectomies. Someone very recently, very close to me, ended up having to get a double mastectomy because they had breast cancer. And all of them relate to their womanhood with their biology. It's so bizarre to me. And at the same time, I feel like it's such a dichotomy also. Like with a single woman, you've had the experience of being considered to be a very sexual person, right? I feel like, take an example of maybe, let's say, a Rekha or Malaika. They're all in their 50s, 60s, 70s. Certain actors, actresses, because they have a certain persona and because they take care of themselves, they get sexualized. There are people the same age as them that the minute they've become mothers, their right to pleasure has been taken away by society.
But why hasn't it taken, why Malaika is not that? I mean, she's had kids.
Yeah, but it's probably because of the way she maintains herself and the fact that she has been vocal about the fact that she's someone that enjoys life the way that she does. Anyhow, that she deems fit, whether it was needing to step out of a relationship that was not serving her anymore, or it was dating someone that was younger, or it was the fact that she is a mother, but then she is also a human being and a beautiful woman, and she maintains herself a certain kind of way, and she projects a certain kind of image out in the world. It sort of gives her the right, it sort of gives women I think society affords them the ability to access pleasure or even think about it, which is sort of a privilege that they don't afford certain other women that don't look the part.
Like Jaya Bachchan.
Yeah, okay, fair. It could be anybody. I feel like it could be just the next auntie in the next house.
Why is it that Rekha is getting the pleasure and Jaya Bachchan is not? Explain it to me. Just because she looks a certain way?
I think so. I really think so.
Or is it because ... gossip?
I mean, it has a lot to do with the nonsense gossip that has gone around their personal lives when they were younger or whatever it is. But I feel like people always need to find one villain woman to then afford luxuries to one not villain woman. So maybe for a certain period of time, people were affording the benefit of the doubt to Jaya Bachchan and not giving it to Rekha. And then now, because she is more amicable, she's prettier, she has her whole like vibe going for her. No, they're about they're about 8-10 years apart. But they also, but I very recently saw this extremely offensive reel about the two of them, by the way, where they said that being single makes a woman look like this and being married makes a woman look like this. And being single, they'd shown Rekha, and she's looking stunning in this beautiful sari and like fully done up and all of that, which she always does. She looks stunning. I absolutely love her. But why would you pit someone like a Jaya when Jaya Bachchan is probably walking out of the parliament and she's irritated by the paparazzi and she's made some grumpy face? They have chosen to talk crap about her and say, if you are a married woman, this is what your future looks like. If you are a single woman, this is what your future looks like.
She is a little angry though in her life.
But that must be for whatever reason, yeah? I mean, how are we supposed to know? She's not my friend, she's not yours. If there is someone who should afford a benefit of doubt to somebody because of their expressions, it should be you.
Thank you.
You should let people have their expressions. Maybe she has a grumpy expression because she did not think of her wrinkles at one point of time, and there are certain lines, they just look how they look. Have you thought about it?
Good?
Yeah, why not? There are so many people that age gracefully without.
They look better on men, you feel?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if you're asking for my personal preference, I don't think so.
Wrinkle agnostic you are.
I'm very wrinkle agnostic. Yeah, for sure. But I do definitely believe that women are considered to have a best before. And after that, they stop being women, they start being mothers. They stop being women, they start being grandmothers.
But then what if you're not had kids? Then what do you become?
You are just a woman.
Are you?
Are you? You haven't.
I'm cougar.
Or you become a cougar. Do you like that term being used for you?
I find it like, I like felines in general.
Okay.
So I have a cat and I love my cat. And I love tigers and lions and... No, I'm not sure if lions are part of...
Felines?
Are they? Must be, no?
I think so. They're also a big cat.
No, you're a feline.
It's a big cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't mind. I mean, it's funny. I find it funny. I mean, I find it much better than silver fox. Silver fox is very predatory. Cougar doesn't feel so predatory to me. I don't know why. You know, when you're old and you're attractive, you're called silver fox. Although it feels like
But do you think women have to always look good to be validated in society, or they become invisible?
No, they always become invisible if they don't follow aesthetics, for sure. Unless they're like, and then if they are not conventionally falling into this aesthetic bucket that considers us attractive, then they have to be horrible monsters, bitches. They have to be very angry or stand out for other reasons. Like look at women who are not really standing out for the way they look. They might stand out for the way they talk, for their intelligence, etc. But they're always seen as angry or not pleasant. You know, it's almost like being pleasant comes with being attractive.
That's very interesting. So if you're a strong-willed woman who isn't pleasant but is attractive, what does that make you? We were talking about Malaika.
She smiles all the time. She's pleasant.
Oh. That's interesting.
Is there anyone like that?
I'm sure there is. You are like that.
Me, I'm unpleasant.
You can be.
Okay, because I do bitch face or because I'm nasty?
Both. What does that happen? But how does that
No, but seriously, like people are
work?
intimidated.
Yeah.
They're intimidated by me.
I
Not that because I talk sense, so like I'm outsmarting anyone. I think it's just a bitch face. But that's the Botox. Like it makes my face straight.
Yeah. Why do you do Botox? I say I've also tried, Matlab, I've done it once where I got this frozen shoulder, I'm saying frozen, God, menopause is hitting me sooner than it should have. Frozen forehead where I was like, oh, I don't like these wrinkles because, and I don't even know why, because I think I was going through some like internal crisis. So I started staring at my face a lot and then I started counting all my lines. Which is when I had to then tell myself that I don't care about the wrinkles, it's fine. But when I did get it, it pained. It was hurting me so much to get these needles in my face.
Come on, it's not that.
It's also expensive, guys. It's very expensive to be this cookie cutter, like how you look and all.
A cookie cutter is very different from not having wrinkles. I think cookie cutter needs a lot more work than just like Botox. But yeah.
Yeah, sometimes cookie cutter needs
it's
like
an investment. It's like an actual investment.
Yeah.
Into multiple things. So.
But why do you get Botox?
I'm an addict.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You, like properly? You
Like
think
once you start, it's very difficult to stop.
Yeah.
It's bad. I wish I wouldn't do it. Like, of course, I would love to save money. But the moment I see my face falling, I feel like it cannot fall. Face cannot fall.
Why?
It's just can't, like, I can't explain it. It just cannot fall. I start getting like anxiety.
Interesting.
We can have a session, like you can do a therapy session.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to understand better whether this need for upkeep is internal or it is in some way conditioning.
No, it's definitely conditioning, but it's so much conditioning across the years, being brought up in a culture that worships, for example, beach bodies. So everyone in Italy goes to the beach, right? So everyone, like 99% of people. So they spend 3, 4, 5 months on the beach, and therefore you're wearing bikinis. You have to wear a bikini and swimsuit. And from when you're a child, there's a constant bombardment around how your body should look, cellulite, and there is commentary across, like all the time. Whenever you're walking, whenever you understand Italian, like if you go as a tourist and you don't understand what people are saying, then you say, oh, Italy is such a beautiful country. I'm like, because you don't know what they're talking, because they're constantly commenting on each body part you have. From legs, thighs, cellulite, skin, stomach, breasts, arms, armpits, facial hair, mustaches, you name it. So when you grow up in
So Italy is pretty much Indian.
it's worse. It's worse.
Are you saying Indians are bad?
I don't think in India there's an obsession around cellulite as much as there is in Italy.
Really?
I think in India there's an obsession around hair, body hair.
Yeah.
Which is not, I mean, at least not that I remember of the 80s, but maybe that was a period time.
No. I definitely agree with that, because the number of people that I know that have spent loads of money to get laser hair removals, even though they don't really care about their own hair, is wild, because even I have done that.
Yeah. But yeah, like the point is, when you're brought up in that environment, it's impossible to escape it. You cannot escape that level of conditioning that then happens. I mean, obviously, then it carries on in media, all the messages, your relatives, the moment you put on weight, comment, the moment you lose weight, comment, the moment your face starts falling, the moment they say, oh, you're looking so young, you don't look 50. And the more they say that, and the more you go and get yourself like lifted. Because it's reinforcement of that conditioning. It's very difficult to
Break.
because even when clients come to you and they say, I have a body image issue, and I'm like, yeah, we all do. How do I get naked in front of someone? Myself, I cannot get naked in front of anyone. Even if I've been with my partner for like 10 years, I still feel ashamed for the way I look. I still feel ashamed for the way I feel, like
In my body, yeah.
in my body. So when clients come, you can do 1 million exercises in front of the mirror and try, I love this body part, I love that body part, I'm beautiful, blah, blah. But those are messages that you give yourself for maybe 15 minutes, half an hour, even 1 hour. But the messages from around us are 24/7 for all our, like,
Full life. Yeah.
So to kind of break that, and I think young people have managed to do it a little better. Some, and it's great if it happens or if it keeps on changing. But I don't see that happening in the next few years, to be honest. So it is real, and we are all living in it.
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about... Actually, I want to know what it's like, because I'm a little bit scared for my life. I know menopause is inevitable, but
What?
I fear menopause.
Good. Please be careful.
I'm
Because
actually
it's
very
horrible.
fearful of menopause. In full honesty, I feel like as much as I hate having to sit in pain 3 days a month because of my periods, just the idea that a lot of things are going to change hormonally for me scare me. And I feel like that fear has come from the messaging that I have received around menopause. And I feel like part of that fear is also very baseless, because I have this fear of part of me becomes useless once I...
Yeah, that's exactly like the moment you stop being a reproductive body, the moment you stop being a sexual being, the moment you stop, because the moment you don't feel like, for example, you don't feel like having sex, that can end multiple relationships. It's not just like
Your partner.
Like, because you yourself, you're not attracted. So you stop reacting a certain way and you stop seeing yourself as an object of desire, which means that you have to restructure your entire life.
But do you think that people who menopause, is it normal for their libido to drop?
Not for everyone, but of course it is part of it. So I don't know what the stats are, to be honest, but it has happened to me as well. Not that I had a great libido earlier either.
Yeah.
But mine is like completely in existence. In fact, like, it's not that libido is inexistent, it's just the wish to kind of do certain things with someone has decreased. I'm still okay with self-pleasure, for example, but the tolerance levels have dropped. So I don't tolerate anymore certain things
Huh.
with a partner. So that becomes a bit complicated.
I have this one aunt of mine who is 56 or 57, and she was talking to me a few days ago about, so she's single, and she was talking to me a few days ago about how it's so difficult for her to find people on dating apps as well. And I was finding it so interesting, and I don't know if that you have had a similar experience. She said that everyone on dating apps, even at the age of 55, 57, and she said I kept my brackets for 40 plus people.
Yeah, you have to.
And I was like, and she's like, but everyone, even at that age, the men that I'm meeting are all looking to have sex and not looking for companionship or partnership. So do you think that is that a similar experience?
I think I think they think they want sex, but they don't really. It's not that they're able to have it anyways, like the way they used to be honest. But I haven't been with an old person for a while. So I can't tell. It's just that I think, but at least from my male clients, what I've heard, my clients who are men say that they want companionship, or it's either or. Either they want companionship or they just want quick, easy sex that doesn't require effort. Like, they don't want to engage with a woman anymore. That's tired of flirting or trying to, because even their desire is sort of diminished. So I don't think it doesn't strike men. It does, but in a very different way. And,
Interesting.
Yeah, but
So do you think men also menopause?
yeah, they have midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis is very different. Midlife crisis looks like a red Ferrari.
What is
midlife crisis does not look like a diminished sexual pleasure. Midlife looks like a trip to Thailand and a red Ferrari. That's, I mean, okay, maybe that's messaging, that is media messaging, but that is my belief system.
Why?
Because because that's usually how I have seen a lot of people deal with their midlife crisis. They deal with their midlife.
Where is the mid? What age is the mid? 30?
Like 40, 50, 40, 50. Yeah. The number of uncles that I have.
Uncles?
Yeah, they're
Auntie.
I mean, Aili, for me, people in their 50s are a little bit uncle only. I'm 30, bro. You're not an auntie.
That was that. That was that.
You're not an auntie to me because we have this working relationship and this friendship, and also because your brain is Gen Z and I'm older than you are.
See. Now we're talking. Now we can carry on the conversation.
But there are some people that I've heard of, they act out when they hit midlife crisis. When they're unable to cope with their own lack of desire, they overcompensate for that lack of desire.
And I think maybe it's usually connected. It's lack of purpose. You know, like once you remove desire to live a certain way, or like the thought of desiring something, a life, etc., then you've removed purpose, because what do you live for?
So do you think it is also inverse, coming back to the conversation about women, do you think it's inverse that the minute that women hit menopause and they feel like a certain part, now I'm not going to reproduce, now I'm not going to have children anymore, at least the world's way of viewing it is that therefore they don't need to feel pleasure or desired anymore? Because the purpose for that pleasure or that desire is now not existing anymore.
Definitely. But also you feel like the loss of that sort of desire makes you restructure your life and and question like, what is the purpose if I'm not the object of a desire? And I think that's the big question that nobody wants to, is the elephant in the room. If you're not the object of a desire, especially of a man in a heterosexual like situation, then what is my worth? Like, if I haven't had children, what is my worth?
How different is that actually, isn't it? Like for a woman in a heterosexual relationship, it is, if I cannot produce children, what is my worth in society? And for men, it is, if I'm not desired or wanted or respected or needed, then what is my worth?
Yeah.
Like the provider mentality.
Yeah, but for men,
right?
it has always been like, how much money do you have,
Yeah.
how successful you are. We are objects of desire, but they're also objects of
I have to
holding.
tell you this, yeah. Oh my God. I have to tell you this one thing. Okay, so my aunt, she lives in America. One other aunt, because I have lots of aunts and uncles, and I love them dearly.
Lots of reproduction happened.
In the generation before mine, yes. This one aunt of mine just called me in anger because she wanted to exchange, and also like sometimes you want to vent with people that will vent with you, right? Like you want to tell people things that make you angry because you know they'll agree, and you want that like little session of hating on something. So she called me, and I have to tell you this, she called me and I was like, I think 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night, and I was very much done for the day, okay? And I've like picked up the phone and she's called me and she's like, Aastha, women have a shelf life. Women have a shelf life. And I was like, yes, but why are you saying this? And she's like, I just watched this film called Huck. Okay, so there's this film on Netflix that has just come out, I think about a month or two ago, which has this, the context of the story is essentially that, I mean, there's a larger context to the story, which is political, and I don't want to get into that. Because that has already been said. Whatever needed to be said about it has been said in the film. The other context of it is this woman feels that she is replaceable and she is replaced in a relationship by another younger, prettier looking woman. And it's the story of this woman. It's actually based on a real life story. But it's based on the story of this one woman and how she talks about how she needs to lead her life, and when a person who is her partner suddenly decides overnight to pull the rug from under her and just say that now you are not the object of desire in my life anymore, and this other person is, and now you must just make peace with that. How that comes out, like how that's what happens in the story. How she deals with it, what happens, how policy and culture and all of that play into that story. But it's super interesting to me that it has enraged a woman in her 50s and 60s so much watching that film that she is like, why do women have a shelf life? Just the minute that when we're desirable, when we're young, when we have our childbearing years, then you have so much attention, you're given so much love, you're given so much care, you're given so much you're given place in society. And the minute that someone decides that no, now there's a new prettier thing that is more